in Berlin, it's very uncool to vlog, especially if you're in your 40s. If you're facing a massive challenge, you gotta open yourself up to the world in new ways, because the world will find ways to laugh at you. The world will judge you. The world will consider your life comic, consider you as a clown, and you just gotta get rid of all of that outside noise. Because when I was at this point of breaking, of knowing that the prudent thing would be to give up, it was at that point that I was like, no, I've got to knuckle down. I've got to learn new things. I've got to learn this social media game, because that is the artery to the world. That's the way that you can give your gift to the world. That's the way that you can inspire people. That's the way that you can share your journey. That's the way that you can add value. And that's the way that also, on a business sense, you can market the work that you are doing. And it's like, if you're in your 40s and you're starting to do this stuff, especially in a city like Berlin, you're going to get laughed at. So the first thing, and I've said this before, it's like Dostoevsky said, is that sometimes a man must be willing to become a clown, that the great idea may not die. You gotta take on all comers, accept that whatever's in someone else's skull doesn't damn well matter. What are you willing to learn? Vlogging is a very interesting thing, because it's about learning to not give a damn. Irrespective of what's on the outside, I will go forward and I will say what I want to say, and share in the journey of trying to share this wonderful stuff that is life. There isn't one time when I walk past someone where there's not a little grin or a turn of the lip. That's vlogging in Berlin, especially as a 40-year-old dude. So what? This is the thing, you've got to embrace the mediums that exist in the world. You've got to adapt with the times. And many people in my generation say, social media, it's for the kids. And it's like, well, no, you've got to look at what the opportunities are. What are the opportunities out there? And then you have to be willing to play the game. The game's tough. It's saturated. My dream was always to live a creative life, no matter what the cost, no matter what it would take. And you never know what's ahead. You just have to keep following the why. The way of being will lead to the way of doing.
It's one of the things I'm learning as I go on the YouTube journey is you've got to keep the camera with you all the time. It's so useful collecting stuff in the day. And for instance, today I really didn't think I was going to bring a camera out. And suddenly I was just in the mood, I was in the vibe, and I didn't have the camera, I wouldn't be able to do that. So the accountability is like, if you're going to do something, regardless of what it is, make yourself available to it at all times. And I think that's a really good key for especially those times when you feel down or you feel something's not going as well as possible. Just keep doing it. Do it in the corners, do it in the cracks, do it in the moments. Keep yourself open to it at all points, because you never know when inspiration will strike, or you get in the vibe, or when you have the boldness to do it. Another thing you learn is that people give less of a damn than you might think in your mind. So you just got to go and do it and find out. You can get very easily caught up in the imagination of what people are thinking. And actually, life is a lot lighter than you believe in. Another thing we realize is that taking action is an inherently positive step. It's the doing itself that so often reinforces the energy, gives you the inspiration, gives you the excitement, gives you the sense that you're going after your dream, because it's so easy to get caught in our minds. We think about it all the time. So I think if you're doing something on YouTube, grab the camera, keep it with you, make that a part of your discipline. Don't overthink it. Take your camera, press record, see what happens.